Hey, it's Steph. Okay, so I have another beginner's cooking video for you. So, right now, we're going to get our water to boil. So, we've got this one boiling. We're going to take our rotini noodles. I got them in different colors. Kids seem to eat them better when they're different colored. And to that, we're just going to add like just a dash of salt. Just a little bit of salt. Okay. Now, if you have to leave the room, go ahead and take and lay you a wooden spoon across the top and it won't boil over. If you have to leave the room for something. Whenever you're working with pasta, while you're cooking it, make sure that your spoon has slats in it. Slits in it. I was just outside looking at the porch. Okay, so we have that going. Now, we have a pan over here. So we've got the water boiling. We got a pan up here with water boiling. And back here, we have a pan with eggs in it. Okay, so we have our tricolored rotini boiling, and our next pot's almost to a complete boil. If you stand here and stare at it, it ain't gonna boil. And we're gonna add a package of angel hair pasta to the back one, and we're gonna get it going. Which it truly doesn't take very long for it to cook. Yes.
Yes.
What do you want?
You say hi to your loving my video. They want to know if they can have a 600 and a volunteer, so I was wondering if it's together.
Supposed to clean. Did you do your chores? Oh, wait. Chores. I become deadly ill.
Shush it.
I need to find my bed. Okay, so you need to make sure that your pasta's all the way cooked. Okay, so this is boiling really good. And because she wants to try to distract me, I'm going to lay my wooden spoon on it. Alright, so our pot in the back is boiling. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put our angel hair in it. If you cook all these dishes at one time, put them in the fridge, then you don't have to worry about the kids coming in on the weekends and be like, what's there to eat? We're starving to death. They don't even know what starving is. I tell them all the time. Pick those up. I tell them all the time. There are kids around the world that have no food, would love to have their food. They say they can have it. Okay, so here's the thing. So my pot is actually boiling. You can see the foam from there. It won't go over the spoon. Alright, so we're Italian. You're not supposed to break these. You're supposed to just throw them in the pot. I break mine. And the reason I break my noodles is because I have little ones that eat. Like not right at this moment, but I had one of them was here today. He's not here now, but they will actually choke on a long noodle. We do not use spaghetti noodles for this. We actually don't even use spaghetti noodles in our spaghetti anymore. We use angel hair, but for this you want angel hair. Okay, so let's get all this in the pan. Okay, we're going to give it just a quick stir. It's all just pasta. It doesn't have any sauces, so it's okay to use the same spoon. I'm going to give this one a stir. It's probably about done. Got our eggs in the back. They're not doing nothing yet. And our pot. The pot in the front, anytime you put a big pot of water on a little burner, it takes forever. I don't care what kind of dishes you have. It takes forever. We're going to give a splash of salt to our angel hair pasta. That way it can get to cooking. And our tricolor is almost done. So we're going to get all, before you start cooking, make sure you have all your ingredients, which I normally don't have all my ingredients together, but that's fine. Also, as you go, if you're new, or you're a teenager or whatever, and you're just starting out, keep your trash thrown away as you go. Also, if you get you a big plastic bowl, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. You don't have to order No disrespect to Rachel Ray because I like her. You don't have to order like Rachel Ray's bowl or anything like that she throws her garbage in, but just put you a big bowl on the side. When you crack eggs, no matter what you do, just throw everything in that bowl. When you're done, you just dump the bowl, and then you have it to wash. So put it in the trash. Okay, so since I put all my eggs in the pot, and this carton is made out of cardboard, we're not going to throw this away. You're going to open this up, and you want to fill every single slot. So that'd be 12 charcoal briquettes. It's good if you use the ones like Matchlight, the ones that have the lighter fluid on them, but if you can't, that's fine. So fill up each one of these holes with your charcoal briquettes, and then close the lid. Then the next time you go camping, put this underneath your wood and light this carton on fire. It'll get your fire going really well and stay lit. Especially if you're going to open cook. Maddie, what you doing? Let's stir our pasta. Make sure you stir it or you're going to end up with big chunks and stuff sticks together and you're not going to be pleased with it. Okay, we're going to move our wooden spoon. Stir our pasta really well. It's almost done. Put my spoon back. That spoon is hot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let that boil. Now our front burner is starting to boil. It took forever because it being so small, so now we're going to get a box of elbow macaroni.
Elbow macaroni!
And we have sound effects from Jaden.
It won't rip. That's what she said.
Watch your mouth. Okay, so elbow macaroni is the ones that are just shaped like half moon. Get you a box of those, and it doesn't matter what brand. You shop at Aldi's, use Aldi's. If you go to Chinooks, use Chinooks. Walmart, use Walmart. You want name brand only, use name brand only. Dump that in your water. Give it a dash of salt. Some people give it a dash of olive oil. You do whatever you're used to doing. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Stir this pasta. Don't want nothing stuck together that's disgusting. It's looking really good, almost done. Let's move our wooden spoon. And this feels about right. Yeah. So the tri-colored noodles, they're all different. See how they're all different colors. Okay, so since all this is about done, we're going to get our colander. So I'm going to move you over to the prepping station. There you are. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the water and get a colander or a strainer or whatever it is that you want to call it. Need one of these. I have the big one that goes all the way across the sink, but we're just going to use this. Okay. So we've got our angel hair going here. Got our tricolor going. And our elbow macaroni going. All of it's going at one time. And it looks like they're about done. So I'm going to grab some bowls. Got our Pioneer Woman bowl set. Just pull them out. There's several of them here. We have 3 of them. A little bowl. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and drain our angel hair and our tricolor pasta. Get our spoon off. Okay, so I'm just going to dump this in the colander. Now you can give it a quick rinse if you want to. If you want to stop cooking, you can go ahead and use some cold water, which will shock it and make it stop. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to dump it in our bowl. Put that back in there. this where you can see the tricolor pasta. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab the angel hair and I'm going to go ahead and drain it real quick. Drain this real fast. Okay. And get it real good and water drained off. And then we're going to just dump it in our bowl. Okay, there's the angel hair. We got our tricolor pasta, our angel hair pasta. Our elbow macaroni is still on the burner. Okay. Let's give that a rinse. Okay. Now, on your angel hair pasta, hi Nevada. On your angel hair pasta, which would be this one here, it's your angel hair. Don't do that. I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I'm spilling my noodles all over the place. Okay. So to the angel hair pasta, we're going to add some olive oil. Okay, I just eyeball it. If you don't know what to add, just get you a small bottle. I know I can't eat it either. I've lost 10 pounds. My diet don't allow me to have pasta. It's your Aunt Nevada. Okay, so you're gonna add your angel hair pasta, and then you're gonna add your chicken. Now,
jeez, Louise, that's hot.
Yeah, you grab something fresh off the stove. Okay, so I made this chicken the other day.
Yeah,
Like a week ago.
I forgot his drink.
Tell him that I'm videoing the stop.
Those noodles aren't done.
Tell him what I just said. Okay, so I made this chicken in the oven for a meal, and I ended up not using all of it. I did the whole bag on purpose. So you're gonna cut these up and put them into this, and then you can add you can almost add the whole jar of your Parmesan cheese. We call it stinky cheese, but I personally am not going to do that today. Okay, so all you have left to do, and if you want, you can add peas to this. I know you love it. Okay, so cut up your chicken. You're going to put it in here. You can add peas. My husband loves peas in it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Jaden!
I hope he makes this last
Okay, and
few
then...
days. That's all the money I got.
Can you not talk while I'm videoing? Okay, so I'm going to have one of the girls cut up this chicken, throw it into the angel hair, and that will be done. Now we have our tricolor noodles. Don't forget to go back and stir your elbow macaroni. Give it a stir. Takes longer to cook. Okay, we're going to drain. No peas in it today. Jaden don't like them. We're going to drain our olives. Okay. So we've got love olive. Remember, keep picking up your mess as you go. That's the important part. Alright, so to this we're going to add zesty Italian dressing. It's 25 calories for 2 teaspoons, so depending on what your diet is. You went to L Tap. Yeah, stinky cheese. So we're going to put this into here. Somebody asked me why their dressing wouldn't come out. There's a seal. You want that seal. If it ain't there, they'll be a little iffy about it. And then don't dump it from the bottle because all the spices will go to the bottom. So shake it really good and then squeeze. Now you only want this to be wet. You don't want it to drown in it. So you're gonna have to judge on what exactly is enough for your salad. Okay, it looks to me like Dang, the spoon's hot. It looks to me like this is going to need a little bit more. So let's add a little more. Actually, I'm just going to have to add the whole dang thing because we like it. So put all your trash together. Madison,
Yes.
find Jaden. Jaden, come cut the chicken up.
Ah!
Shut up. Come cut up the chicken.
What?
Come cut. Bye, Nevada. Come cut up the chicken.
What?
That's hot, so don't put the glass in it. Okay, now we're going to get a cutting board.
I need a knife.
For those of you that need a
big
cutting
juicy
board,
knife?
I normally don't even use one. I normally just use my hands.
Fudge nuggets.
Kids.
How cut does it need to be? Huh?
Like that, and then put it in that bowl. Okay, so take your black olives and
Where are you
cut
making my
them.
noodles?
Make sure you give your elbow macaroni a stir, because we'll be making that next.
Don't stir it, guys.
Okay,
Let
so-
it boil over.
And if it's starting to boil too much, put your wooden spoon back over the top so it won't boil over on you. Alrighty, so let's get our
This
black
chicken's
olives.
cold.
Our black olives cut. And it depends on how your family likes them. If you have someone that wants to pick them out, just cut them in half. That way they're big enough to be cut in half.
Are you going?
I have to ask Mama.
So
She's doing something.
you guys always talk through every video I make. It's
busy.
ridiculous. Try being a little quieter.
Girl,
When you start a video, there's usually no one in the house.
stop it.
Okay,
Leave
so
me
we're
and my
gonna
chicken
keep-
alone.
Oh, okay, don't ask me to go in there.
Jaden's back there cutting up the chicken that goes into the angel hair. And like I said, on that angel hair pasta, you want to add
Looks like I'm cutting up fish.
you want to add a half a container of the Parmesan cheese or stinky cheese. You know, the shaker that you put on the spaghetti noodles. That's what I'm talking about.
Am I supposed to cut up the whole entire thing chicken? Fudge nuggets.
If you dropped it in the floor, throw it in the trash.
The dog will get it.
We don't have a dog. Okay, so Jaden, your grandma is saying your name.
What, Grandma?
Grandma Judy's saying, Granny's saying Jaden, Jaden.
What, Granny?
You're funny. Okay, so I think we have plenty of black olives. Because my kids love them.
Start cutting with the fudge.
Okay, now, grape tomatoes. Oh, shoot. Okay, now these, I didn't get them from a very good store, so I have to kind of watch them. And they've been rinsed off. So, I'm going to cut these.
There we go. Welcome.
About 3. Did you cut up a lot?
Look at it. I cut up the whole entire thing.
Okay, stir it up. Like I said, you can add, get your fingers out. Works a whole lot better with a cutting board.
You use this. Oh, that's not.
That's not a stir.
I know. I realized that when I picked it up.
Stir the, go ahead and stir the elbow mac, please.
Stir. Stir. Stir.
You don't want this to be, like super thin, because it's like a salad, and you want to actually
Oh, Lordy.
taste what's in it. I don't know about healthy. I have to add the calories together, see what it is.
This isn't working.
Cut this in half.
Mix. Mix.
Cut that in half.
Mix. Hot. Holy fudge. Hot.
Cut that. Stop trying to put your hands in it.
Is there more olives?
Check the,
Oh, olives.
stir the elbow mac, please.
I already did.
Stir it one more time.
I'm going to stir you.
You're going to keep running your gum. I'm going to pause this camera for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The world will never know what happened.
Yeah, they will, because I'll be screaming, abuse, abuse!
They're not going to know because they can't hear you. If I turn off the camera.
I'll run down the drain and Granny will know. I'm washing Frankie. Look at that. Nobody cares.
Okay, so let's get this. Oh, and that went everywhere. Okay, now we're just going to stir this up. Like I said, I use a tricolor noodles because, for one, when kids are little, you can get them to eat it better. And I also think it looks prettier. So, see, without me dumping everything, if that's possible. Okay, that is what it looks like. Okay, and we're going to put this in the fridge. We're going to come back to our angel hair, and we're going to add more olive oil now that the chicken's in there. And we're going to stir it up. It's got big chunks of chicken because she went and got lazy on me. Okay, now let's get this nice and stirred. Turn this chicken. Whoops. Okay.
She told me to recline, so I had to lay back this
Watch your mouth. Alrighty. Let's get this stirred up. We're going to set this to a side for now. Excuse me.
Do you need these?
I need you to move because I'm going to drain this pasta.
Drain the pasta. Pasta in the house.
Okay. There we go. Alright. We're going to drain our noodles real quick. Jaden, what did you dump in here? Never mind.
I didn't dump anything.
Okay. We dump this out into our... She's not cleaning it up herself. Let's get this picked up, put it in our trash bucket here. Alright. Now we're going to actually just use our pan that we were cooking with.
What are you doing?
No.
Okay.
I said no.
On them handles?
I said no.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, so
Go on there.
dump this in here. Okay.
We have to add some more.
Alright, now this is your elbow, Mac. Now you're going to add to it
Did you give up some water?
we're going to spoon in mayonnaise. I never measure it, so I can't tell you like how much to use. Just use it like you would. Just make sure it's moist. You don't want it all dried up. Do not put that spoon back in your mayonnaise. Anytime it touches something, that's it. You're done. Don't put it back in the jar. Okay, so we got this covered in mayonnaise. Now we're going to get the rest of our ingredients. This is our eggs. Okay. Now we're going to get a cutting board. move this stuff out of the way. Get this over. Okay. This is a Pioneer Woman cutting board and her knife. Okay, now you're going to get yourself an onion.
I told him that you wouldn't hang out with him, so when I spelled your name wrong, so I corrected him on it. And then he says, like, hang out on the phone.
Okay. That in the trash. This in the trash. Okay. If my daughter was here, I could not cut this onion. So we'd have to wait till she wasn't here or prepare it before she's here. Okay. Alrighty. So we have our onion. Let me think. I think I'm going to cut it this way. Now remember, if you have people that don't like onion, you want to make sure that you cut this where they don't have like a bunch of chunks, because they're not going to want it. So I only do half of the onion. Okay. So now I have my half onion cut. I'm going to get my tool. Okay. I just want to make sure that my onion is good and cut. Now, this piece out that I didn't see. Alright, just throw your onion in with your bubble macaroni. Like I said, this is for beginners. This isn't for people who have been cooking forever and think they're the next thing to a chef, because this dish will be kind of simple for you, and you'll be wondering why I'm not doing things a certain kind of way, and it's just because I'm not. Okay, I'm going to throw them onions in there, and I'm going to grab something else. Okay, I'm going to grab my egg. Just 1 second. I'm just going to be off the camera for a minute. Check my eggs and see if they're done. Really, the only way to do that is to cut your egg open. Okay, so there's my egg. There's 3. Peeling eggs is a pain in the butt, to be honest. I've seen that hoe put it in a cup and shake it, and it's supposed to peel itself on a TikTok, but I'm fine peeling them this way. It just takes me a little bit longer. Okay, now we're going to cut up our egg. I cut my egg in half and then in half again. And then I just hold it in my hand. And then I just slice it like this so that I get actual chunks of egg. So cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Do not do this in your hand. Like I said before, just because you see me do something does not mean you should do it. Okay. Same thing with this one. I'm going to cut it in half again. I'm just going to make sure that we got it cut up good. Now it's not going to be cut up like potato salad cut up, because in potato salad you don't want big chunks of egg. Okay, and then you're just going to chop this up. And if you drop it in there, don't worry, just pick it up and cut it. Okay, so we got some egg in there, we got some onion in there. We're going to give it a stir. So let's just give this a stir. Okay, so I can tell by looking at it, it needs a whole lot more eggs and a little bit more onion. And then it's going to need some more mayonnaise and definitely going to need pepper. So I'm going to put some pepper in here. Madison can stir it.
Okay, a bit. Oh, it's very healthy. What even is this? There's noodles on the floor.
There's a noodle on the floor. Let's put up these onions.
I hate onions.
Yep, you sure do. Good on a tasty hamburger.
The pot was covering my fridge.
Okay, there's one egg. Madison is having surgery. She's having her tubes put in, her ears. And hopefully that helps with the problem. If it doesn't, then she's got something else in mind. So hopefully this is all we're going to have to do. And maybe it's going to fix her throat issues and her nosebleeds. She gets these really horrible nosebleeds. Whatever eggs you have left over, just keep them in a bowl for yourself, and they're a good snack to have. They're also keto friendly. You can have up to 10 hard-boiled eggs, I believe. And you can also, they're a healthy snack. Okay, dry off my hands a little bit. All right, now we're going to cut up our egg in half, and then in half, and then just gonna slice it all up. The Pioneer Woman's knives are super sharp, so be very careful. If you have a parent to help you, have your parent help you. If you're new at cutting, use the cutting board and the knife, and always curl your fingers backward so you don't get your finger. So I don't know if you can see or not. Okay, so when you're cutting, put your fingers down like this, so when you're cutting, your knuckles are in front of the knife. The knife can't get to your fingers, and that's how you want to do that. Or if you've got a knife skill down that works for you, then by all means, use that. Okay, so got this almost all cut up here. Okay, one more egg. Now remember, before I told you, like, potatoes, they seriously hold salt, so we have to be careful adding salt when we're doing potatoes, mashed potatoes, any kind of potatoes, because potatoes love salt and they cling onto it. But pasta needs salt. Okay, I'm going to rinse my hands off a little bit, dry them off, and it looks to me like it could use a little more onion, so I'm going to give it a little bit more onion. Now remember, once you put spoon, knife, anything in a mayonnaise jar, do not put it back in there. So take out as much as you think you're going to need. And if you're going to need more, get a different spoon. Because you can poison yourself. And that's one thing you don't want to do, is get food poisoning. Because you've gotten something inside your mayonnaise jar. Okay, so get this cut up. Alright, now I'm going to give it a stir. And I'm noticing that it's dry. Very dry. So I'm going to add into this more mayonnaise. That means I'm going to get another spoon. I'm also going to add some more pepper. I'm not going to put garlic in this. Normally you see me put garlic in everything. I'm not going to garlic this. Okay, I'm going to get the salt. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get another spoon, because that spoon's not going back in the mayonnaise. I'm actually using Kraft mayo with olive oil is what I'm using. You can use, actually I think everything tastes better with Hellmann's mayonnaise, but I just didn't have that for today. Alright, I'm going to grab the salt and another spoon. Okay, got my salt shaker. I'm going to give this some salt. And we're going to give it some mayonnaise. And before I add more, I'm going to stir and see what this feels like here. So I don't want it really dry, and I don't want it really wet. Stay out of stuff.
I'm eating some.
No, you're not. Stay out of it.
Come on.
Stay out of it. I'm not going
Lemonade.
to tell you again.
Lemonade.
Okay, so I'm going to add a little more mayonnaise.
Crack, you son of a gun.
I guess I'll just finish off this jar because it's pretty much empty. So we'll just finish off what we have in here. Don't throw this jar away if you're going to go camping. You can mix up your
I don't think these eggs were done.
your pancake mix and put it in here. Just add water. It's ready to go. You can put your different things in it that you're going to be taking along, or if you're on a diet, maybe some special food for you. Because it's plastic, not glass, I would reuse it. I know my husband takes all my jars, spaghetti jars and whatnot. He takes all of those out to his shed and he puts bolts and stuff in them. So
Granny said she put a little sugar.
yeah, you can definitely add sugar. I add a little sugar to my spaghetti as well. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, now, so we've made 3 cold
What are you
salads,
making out of your eggs?
and I'm going to show you
Can I have an egg?
what we made.
We're just eating it.
Make sure you put your knives down in the sink so you don't accidentally shove it through your hand. Okay, everything's cleaned up. Gonna dump this and throw it in the sink. I'm not throwing out that onion. I need it. Okay. Now, throw the cutting board in the sink. Rinse off my hands. And I'll show you what we just made. Okay. Alrighty, so let's make sure that you can see. Okay, so here's this one. Okay. It's just elbow macaroni, eggs, and onion. Okay. Okay, now we've got this one. This is our tricolor pasta.
Did I take it to the hospital? No.
Okay, see? There's your black olives, your cherry tomatoes, and tricolor pasta. That's all it is. Okay, we have this one. Which is your angel hair. So this one feels like it needs a little more olive oil. Just a little more. This stuff is like, when you're done, you're like, dang, that's a lot of oil, but it's really not. You could also reuse this container as well, which I think this one I will reuse for camping. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little more of a mix. And for this one, I'm thinking, normally I put peas in it, but my kid's going through a phase with peas. Okay, so let's get our spoonful here. Our pasta. Let's get us a little bit of chicken. I don't know how much of it came out with that. You can give that a little salt and pepper if you like. Like I said, you can put peas in this. Okay, so there you have it. It's just angel hair pasta, olive oil, and chicken. Now you want to take all of the food that we just made and put lids over everything, put it in the fridge. All these are cold dishes. Every one of these could go camping in the cooler. They could go to the zoo for your lunch. They could go, I mean, literally anywhere. You're gonna go walking for the day and have lunch. Pack it up, put an ice pack on it. The only one you need to be careful with is your other macaroni, because that one has eggs and mayonnaise in it. So it must stay cold. So make sure you really got a lot of coldness when you're going to travel with that. But every one of these is going in the fridge, doesn't get heated, is a cold salad. You can heat it if you prefer it warm. However, we don't. So every one of these can be made in bigger batches according to how many people you're feeding, and could easily be put into containers from the Dollar Tree, your big ones that have the twist lids, or even your Betty Crocker snap lids. Put some duct tape on, make sure that lid don't open, or put it inside of a Ziploc baggie, roll it down, get the air out, seal it real good, put it in another baggie, seal it good, drop it in the cooler. You're ready to go. You've got 3 meals ready for lunch for 3 days. Or you could have one for dinner and one for however you want to do it. You do you. We usually have breakfast, and then we try to figure out what we're going to do for lunch, and then we have dinner. I'm probably going to make all 3 of these in bulk, take them camping. That way my kids have food whenever they're hungry. One day we're spending inside of Six Flags. Probably going to go ahead and just feed them there. So that's what we'll do. So I hope you enjoyed this beginner's cooking, and try it. Well, from our family to yours, God bless you. Have a great day.